Hello everyone, my name is Patrick Saulo, and today I have for you guys a behind the scenes video for my Project Ed subordinate entry video, subordinate. I thought I'd cover the gear that I used in order to make this video, because I know all you young filmmakers out there are curious on what people use to make their videos. And just a disclaimer, you don't need fancy gear and all this stuff in order to make a good video, but you know, it certainly helps. And just for the people out there who are curious on what to buy, I just thought I'd go over the things I used to make this. So the first thing that I used was I used a really cheap rig. It's a Polaroid rig. It's like 60 bucks, and I used it in order to stabilize my shots because I really don't like shaky shots. I mean, it works for horror movies and suspense movies, but this movie it didn't really need, you know, shaky shots. So I used a lot of still shots, like a tripod, and in this case a rig, and I also used a slider, which I used in the entry shot, or the beginning shot, which is technically kind of like a zoom in of my face, and I do that in order to distinguish the fact that I'm the main character of the video and I'm narrating, and it's not somebody else who's narrating. And another thing that I used, which, you know, everybody needs in order to make videos, is a camera. So I used a Canon T3i, and it's a relatively cheap camera, and you really don't need a fancy camera in order to make movies, but I just used this really cheap T3i, which I've now upgraded to a 6D, which is what I'm recording this video with. But I used the T3i, and what I did was I put a flat image profile onto this in order to flatten the image so I can color correct it in post in editing software like Adobe After Effects or Premiere, and I just bumped up the colors and ramped them and made them much more vibrant than they were without the profile. So that's what I used in order to record the video. And the last piece of equipment that I used was I used a LED light, and I used this in order to make it seem like it was nighttime in the bedroom shot in which I'm sleeping, and the camera pans up to my face and it's like 4 in the morning. So basically what I did was I used this and I just put it at the edge of my bed and I just turned it on, and in post I made it look really, really blue, because at night in movies it's very, very blue in night shots. So I did that in combination with a light, and it looks like it was moonlight going into my bedroom. So those are pretty much all the things I used to make the video. And just again, another disclaimer, you don't need fancy equipment to make movies. You just need practice. And you know, Project Ed is a great way to practice, and even if you don't win, it's great practice. So always practice when you make movies. So anyway, thanks guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.